here we have a manager, we have a developer. So the manager of the camp would meet with one of the team of developers. This person asks questions to find out what it is the manager wants to do with the new database.
Cool. So let's look at the first example. I'm loving the fact that the developer is a woman as well.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so this first question looks like to be about the pre-mim activities, which to me were one of the standout things. And then in his answer, the manager is explaining about the monitoring that's needed for them.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good. So we'll come back and look at that more later. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the middle one's here. Yep. So this question, if we have a little look at it just now, I'll give you some time to have a read. This question asks about any more monitoring that is needed, and the manager explains what it is that he would like to do. Yep.
That one's a bit bigger writing. Yeah, good. Okay. And the last one then, the final question, that's asking about the invoices, which are obviously going to be important for paying for the camps, but also for the extra information, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be produced for each camper. In total, though, it makes sense how the developers really gathering the information that we haven't got in that initial brief to see what it is that the database needs to do.
Yep.
What then is that like developer? What's she going to do with this information?
Okay, so the developer uses this information and gathered to produce a list of end user and functional requirements. So the end user requirements say what it is that the end user of the database wants to do.
And then I suppose in our case, although this is about like students attending a camp or kids attending a camp, they're not the end users though, are they? Because the end user is going to be the person who's using the database. So that's really going to be the manager of the camp.
Yeah, that's totally correct. And what's more, the end user requirements are written using the answers provided by the manager of the camp. They aren't technical because the manager of the camp doesn't have any technical knowledge about the database.
So if they are not technical, I suppose it's important then to make sure that the functional requirements are technical.
That's it, spot on. So the functional requirements must be written using technical database terms. And once they have been written, all the requirements are passed on to the design team, whose job it is to design a solution that meets all of the manager's needs. The design team don't need to speak to the manager of the camp, so the requirements that they receive must be accurate, clear, and spot on.
Which would, I suppose, be the developer's job.
Yeah.
So will we go on now then and look at some end user requirements and see how like higher pupils that we've got just now cope with converting them into functional requirements?
If we must, let's go.
Come on, higher pupils, you can do this, right? Now, actually, if the SQA are to be believed, then these technically shouldn't be bad because this is what we're trying to improve. Or they should be bad, I mean, so we're trying to improve them, yeah?